Hello, engineers. Earlier also I have introduced myself on my YouTube channel through my lectures, and during the period from 1973 till date I am engaged at construction projects in different capacity with different companies. I was keen to get technical and practical knowledge from my superiors, from my colleagues, even from the workers. I suggest all the engineers to have equipped yourself. If you have equipped yourself with the education in any trade of engineering and you are working at any construction project, please concentrate on gaining technical and practical knowledge so that you should not have having any embarrassment on any occasion. I request please to subscribe, like and share my channel and share the channel to as many as engineers in your contact, for which I will be much thankful to you. Thank you very much again. God bless you. Dear engineers, my intention, my aim, and my interest is to facilitate those engineers who need to equip themselves with technical and practical knowledge. Also, they should not face the embarrassment when they are working at any construction project. My lectures are based on key topics of construction like housekeeping and cleanliness, health and safety, how to protect the team and other stakeholders from the hazardous issues, and so many other topics are included in my lecture, which which you will see in future on my YouTube channel. Dear engineers, today I am going to discuss with you about a very critical and important topic of reasons of failure of a construction project. The failure is due to the following reasons which we are going to discuss one by one, but I will name them first. Number one is poor planning. Number two, communication gaps. Number three is scope creep, which means that there are changes time to time at construction projects. Number four is conflict on different issues. Number five, ignorance of critical issues. Number six is delay in decisions. Number seven, productivity issues. Number eight is inaccurate estimate. And finally, number nine is inefficient and incorrect resource allocation. So all these factors, if we avoid them, or the engineers, management of the companies and project managers, yes, dear engineers, inadequate and poor planning is the most important factor for a reason of failure of a construction project. The wise project management companies, the contractors, and the architects are emphasizing on planning to be done from the start of the project. Unrealistic timeline, incorrect budgetary issues, and project cost against the total expenditures. If these are not correctly placed in planning, this is one of the reasons of failure of a construction project. Also, Inexperienced project management team and contractors team is the reason for the failure of a construction project. So we have to consider about all these issues and points to avoid the failure of a construction project. As per my vast experience in, in construction industry, I have been watching and facing sometimes the problem of miscommunication, lack of in time communication between the stakeholders. This will be one of the reason of failure of a project. Communication gaps happens due to lack of coordination between the stakeholders, including the clients, the designers, the architects, the contractors, the suppliers, and the vendors, and all other stakeholders. So, to avoid the failure of any construction project, we have to keep in mind that all the stakeholders to to communicate in time to each other, which will be fruitful for avoiding failure of a project. Engineers, amongst the factors of failure of a construction project, one of the important factor leads to scope creep, that is the changes taking time to time by different stakeholders and authorities. Uncontrolled changes or continuous growth in the project scope lead to delay and budget overruns. Frequent design changes during the construction phase can cause delay and additional costs. Ambiguities in contracts can lead to dispute between parties, resulting in failure of construction project. In case of contractors, they must record and get the documents signed off by the authorities issuing the changes on proper template of change request. So this is very important to be done. Conflicts are taking place during the lifetime of the project. Hence, the conflicts to be resolved on priority basis. If not, attendance is not given towards this issue of resolving the conflicts. It will lead to reducing profit and overrun expenses. Legal conflicts between the stakeholders, including contractors, clients, and other stakeholders like suppliers and vendors, happens. Failure of the project is also due to quality issues, which is one of the reasons. Poor performance of the project team is also delaying the project, and financial constraints came across to the contractors. So this is one of the reason of failure of the project. Dear engineers, it's your responsibility and the responsibility of the construction project team that they should update day-to-day happenings at your construction project to your seniors. The seniors are supposed to take immediate and prompt action of critical issues and not to ignore these issues which may become from minor to major. The project managers also to analyze the and troubleshoot the issues at the earliest. Proper decisions making by the project managers will help to avoid delays of taking appropriate and in time actions. So all these actions if taken by the site team and the project managers, can avoid failure of a construction project. Otherwise, there is no use of just sitting idle at site and not taking any action. Thank you very much. Engineers, we are discussing about the reason of failure of construction project on this presentation. One of the important factor of failure of a construction project is the productivity issues. If the scope is not clear and planner is doing the planning, there are chances of overrun the budget, which will be borne by the contractor. Due to engaging in insufficient and unskilled workers, leading to the less productivity and difficult to achieve timeline for the completion of the project. Change in design also affects the productivity and less project productivity will be achieved. Unavailability of critical materials in time, breakdown of essential construction equipment, environmental issues, natural disasters, even like earthquake, flood or hurricane that disrupts the construction, and this is the reason of failure of a project. So we have to take care of all these issues. Inaccurate estimation is the biggest blunder of a contractor for the reason to failure of the construction project. Underestimating an inaccurate project cost leading to budget shortfalls, which affects cash flow and other issues. Delay in payment to the contractors happens to the suppliers and workers, leading to disruption of the project, and even hold up of the project can occur due to non-availability of the fund for smooth running the project. The incorrect calculation of timeline of completion against the quantum of scope results in delay in completion of the project and to hand over the project in time. So all these issues to be tackled very cleverly. In reasons of failure of a contractor project, inefficient resource allocation is also the factor of failure of a project. Without proper resource allocation, project may experience delayed budget overrun, and quality may be compromised. Therefore, construction companies must carefully consider various factors and make informed decisions to ensure that resources are allocated optimally. Inefficient resource allocation can lead to various challenges, including budget deficits, low productivity, and ultimately these factors may happen. Poor organization performance is also can happen. Therefore, it is essential to understand the cost of negative impact coming across during the progress of the construction of a project. The reputable and grade 1 and 2 construction companies are always employing the document controller to maintain the documents in contractor's custody. The documents controlling is important for a construction company to enable to refer as and when required. project document includes the minutes of meetings, agenda of meetings, daily, weekly, and monthly progress reports. To keep the record as documents, the changes in drawings and changes in scope of works taking place time to time. Submittals for the approvals is also to be kept as record. All the progress photos to be kept in record. If these documents are not maintained, maybe this is one of the reason of failure of a construction project. Engineers, the reason of failure of construction project is discussed in all of my slides which you went through earlier. In this slide, we are going to discuss how to avoid failure of a construction of a project. So I will read for you these points one by one. Number one, clear project scope and objectives. Detailed planning and scheduling. Authentic budget management. Risk management. Quality control. Effective communication. Competent team. Change management. Safety protocols, documentation, regular monitoring, involvement. All these things are very important points, and if the contractor is taken care of, the project can complete smoothly without danger of failure of the project. With thanks and listen to me patiently, I will conclude the presentation. I hope the engineers will get the benefit of these presentations. Please write back to me if you have any query or any questions in your mind. I will be happy to have your questions. I once again request you to kindly subscribe my channel, like my channel, and share my channel to as many as engineers in your contact so that the other engineers also can get the benefit of practical knowledge and technical knowledge when they are working at construction project. Thank you very much again.